Games over at XpectoGO, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Porky Games and Hogwarts Legacy content. And today, we revelio our theory that we are a descendant of Merlin, which is why we can perceive and manipulate ancient magic. In an attempt to prove this theory, I'll be breaking down three things: ancient magic, Merlin himself, and tying those two together using the Hogwarts Legacy trailer. So, if you haven't done so already, be sure to Lumos the subscribe button and notification bell so you miss out on more Hogwarts Legacy content. Without further ado, let's accio the theory. First, the breakdown of ancient magic. Ancient magic is mentioned numerous times throughout the Hogwarts Legacy trailers, blog, and website. Ancient magic is described to happen independently of efforts by wizards, an effect which is triggered by events and powers endemic to the nature of reality. It is extremely old and mysterious. It is part of the magicalness, quote unquote, of the universe. Key phrases: an effect which is triggered by events and nature. An example of an ancient magic effect triggered by an event is obviously Harry Potter surviving Lord Voldemort's killing curse through the ancient magic of love triggered by the sacrifice of his mother, Lily Potter. More on how that ties to us later. Next, the breakdown of Merlin himself. Merlin is mentioned also, or even pictured numerous times throughout the Hogwarts Legacy gameplay trailer and even the dev portion of the State of Play. Now, even though Merlin is the most famous wizard of all, and maybe even the most powerful, there's still a ton of mystery surrounding parts of his life and even his death. Muggle history has a ton of myths, but one historical book says, and I quote, "The historical Merlin was no rough magician. He was a learned figure from the cutting edge of medieval science, an adept in astrology, cosmology, prophecy, and natural magic," end quote. With astrology and nature being seen throughout the Hogwarts Legacy trailer. Now, Wizarding history says he attended Hogwarts and was sorted into Slytherin House, possibly taught by Salazar Slytherin himself, being an expert user of charms, earning the title Prince of Enchanters as seen on the back of the chocolate frogs. Merlin was also capable of performing magic without his wand. Wandless magic is what they call it, even though his wand was made of English oak, a wood known to have an affinity with the magic of the natural world. There's nature again. Merlin was vehemently opposed to dark magic. Also, according to the Wizarding World, we don't know where his grave is, which is important because we also don't know if he had a family. Now that we got the breakdown of ancient magic and Merlin himself, using the trailer, let's bring all this information together to back up our character being a descendant of Merlin theory. The thing that I think kind of ties this together, the Hogwarts Legacy title itself. Legacy meaning something transmitted by or received from an ancestor or predecessor or from the past. Does that not sound like we might be getting an ancient power from someone in the past who is mentioned a lot in the trailer? Remember, no one knows where Merlin's grave is or if he had kids. So this can be left open to interpretation and give the writer some freedom to add that descendant being us in game. So it's possible that we received the, and I quote, unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the Wizarding World from Merlin. The trailer even says you can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes, showing our character using a finisher spell that looks like lightning or nature summoned from the sky and struck onto our opponent, to which again, nature was something Merlin was attuned to. Also, according to the trailer, and I quote, "You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic." This brings us to ancient magic. From our breakdown of ancient magic, it is triggered by events and powers endemic to the nature of reality. The event mentioned in the Hogwarts Legacy trailer, possibly triggering the return of ancient magic, is Ranrok's rebellion. And I quote, Ranrok has seen a glimmer of a magic that wizard kind tried to hide, and he wants that power, end quote. Another quote, our ties to an ancient magic puts us on a collision course with the Goblin Rebellion led by him. Once Ranrok gets what he wants, no one will be able to stop him, and the wizarding world will be doomed, end quote. So I think Ranrok seeing, and I quote, a glimmer, end quote, of ancient magic, however he did that, uncovered the ancient magic being suppressed throughout the wizarding world, as mentioned before. Also unlocking our ancient magic or legacy passed down from Merlin as a response to Ranrok's evil use of the ancient magic, like Lily Potter countering the killing curse or dark magic, using the ancient magic of love and sacrifice. Therein, unlocking our ability to perceive and manipulate the forgotten ancient magic as a hopeful counter to this dark magic or Ranrok, which I think also explains our backstory of surviving whatever we survived, and also explains why we start at year 5, because our magic was hidden due to it being ancient. This dark use of ancient magic is affecting nature and everything in the wizarding world. And knowing how Merlin, and I quote, vehemently despised dark magic, end quote, and was attuned to nature, this counter could have been set up by Merlin himself through his descendants, should the wizarding world need it. So that's my theory of our character in Hogwarts Legacy being a descendant of Merlin. But yo, that is it. That is going to be it in regards to our theory that we are descendant of Merlin, which is why we are able to manipulate and perceive ancient magic. What do you guys think? How you guys feeling about the theory stated in this video? You guys have your own theory? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk some Hogwarts Legacy. But yo, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video and hanging out with your boy. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was a lot of fun to do some deep dive with the community and stuff in our Discord. This was a lot of fun, so I hope you enjoyed it. But if you have not done so already, be sure to, again, Lumos, the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on more Hogwarts Legacy content. Also follow us on our various forms of social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. There you can hang out with us and chat all things Hogwarts Legacy. Speaking of chatting all things Hogwarts Legacy, I want to hear from you guys. Our next video is going to be popular theories concerning the game Hogwarts Legacy. You'll have it featured in the upcoming video later on this week. But yo, you guys have a great rest of your week. We'll see you in the next video. Until